And we are back. Hope you enjoyed them duct tapes. It was a pretty good one. A little bit through, but exclamation mark YouTube in the chat. You can see that duct tape, watch that duct tape again, and also all the other ones. We are here with the main event, or maybe not the main event, but definitely perhaps the most hype match of the evening. MeomaikA versus StarDuck, the previous year's most dominant GPO player versus the more up-and-coming player, you know, somebody who made it to his first finals only recently, and now has taken on some really established names.
Oh yeah, definitely. We were talking about it before. I know there are a lot of people watching who are like, who even is StarDuck? Mate, where have you been when it comes to Southeast Asian and Oceanic StarDuck? We have been featuring him for over like 2 years, close to 3 years now. We have followed his story. He started off as a diamond player. We saw him promote into a master. Last year he hit GM, and now here he is. He finished up high school. He's 18 years old. And he's in the grand finals.
What? As we go on to starting things off appropriately on Submarine. We're here at the top of the left-hand corner map, sweating all the way in the top of the left-hand corner. The Blues player coming out from Vietnam. He is such a force to be reckoned with, especially in these past couple of weeks. Let's see how, if he's able to continue his dominant streak. Representing himself, he is the jiggly MeomaikA.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Submarine LE, we have the Australian, the Aussie Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Team Fight for Justice. As I said, he is 18 years old. He has finished up high school. He is ready for some StarCraft here in 2021, and he's kicking it off with a bang, already in the finals, mate. I can't believe it. I'm so proud. It is StarDuck.
Like, do you want to feel even older?
What's up?
I remember when StarDuck played Zerg.
I remember when I would dominate StarDuck in SEA-OCE. I remember I would face him, the ZvZs we would have, they were amazing. He used to be a really cheesy Zerg player. I mean, go figure, right? Very aggressive.
Then he switched race, became a very cheesy Protoss player.
Yeah.
And now he's really, really good.
Yeah, exactly. He is still working his way up the ranks. Like, obviously, like, there are other players who are favored compared to him, like people like Pez and Probe and Seether and Azure. But still, it's really great to see him rise. And again, like, taking down Beastlork is no small feat.
It really is not, especially in Beastlork's best matchup. Man. He's taken out one of each race so far, hasn't he? Phoenix's plays Terran, right?
Yeah. Phoenix is Terran.
But now he's up against the fourth race. MeomaikA already making it hard on him.
Yeah, exactly. Already with an earlier pool, the lanes are across the map. But StarDuck was able to hold the line, you know, quickly getting out his adepts, and things didn't get too out of control.
Yeah. Somehow able to get some sanity here in Submarine.
I'm legitimately surprised that StarDuck didn't start off with something a little bit more aggressive. Instead, he's, you know, playing this a little bit more straightforward. But again, like, I just can't wait to see how this best of 5 turns out, right? Because we know that StarDuck can be an incredibly aggressive player. And now that he's done with Beastlork, like, we may see StarDuck whip out some cannon rushes later on.
That'd be pretty ideal, especially in the PvZ. See what MeomaikA's response to those would be, though.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, it might be... Yeah. Sorry, there might be some mind games at play here. You know, StarDuck, obviously very involved in the scene. He knows MeomaikA, or rather knows the reputation MeomaikA's got. he might just be a little bit reluctant to pull something more unorthodox, because that is where MeomaikA excels.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how MeomaikA plays this out as well, because we already saw a PvZ with StarDuck earlier. We saw him against Nux, and we saw StarDuck embrace the current meta, the end game PvZ with like the Sky Toss. I haven't really seen MeomaikA in that situation, because typically MeomaikA doesn't let the game last that long. So yeah, we'll see.
And we're not
if he can get there.
Yeah, well, we're not getting that situation for now. At least not the more expected, Stargate-based openings that are pretty prevalent this meta. StarDuck going for some disruptor drops. Now I love to see it.
He is. What's a little bit scary, and we'll see if StarDuck can take note. There's no drones here at the third base. MeomaikA is going for, like, he's making nothing but lings right now. He's got his lair that's just about to finish up, and this warp prism. He has to be careful not to be caught out by the queens.
Yeah, already it's a bit of a rock and a hard place, or a queen and a queen place.
Forces a
We were
recall.
called back home we got back home, try to get those disruptors in, but yeah, as you were saying, he noticed that there weren't any drones. He saw a heck of a lot of lings. MeomaikA, now's the time.
Yeah, and what's scary is that he was planning to go for disruptor drops. We already have disruptor speed on the way as well, but the problem is that disruptor took so much damage earlier.
Ooh, I was about to say disruptors are a little bit unreliable as a defensive unit, but that was a spicy meatball, let me tell you.
That was a juicy connection. Can he get another?
That might have been a bug or a glitch, but for a second, those lings still stood after the Nova hit.
Yeah, they
It
were
was
like
that instant.
Yeah. Oh boy. Meanwhile, here we have the War Prism. Again, a lot of damage was already taken to this War Prism earlier by the Queen, so he has to be so careful with it.
Yeah, now the roaches are here. I mean, credit to MeomaikA, he wanted to go for a bit of a roach rush earlier on, but then sort of realized what he was up against, and yeah, just kept them back home to be safe.
Yeah, and so far, other than the lings, these disruptors haven't really been able to deal too much damage. I do like that StarDuck is immediately switching into Colossus. This is great, already diversifying his AoE, but MeomaikA, like, he's already getting into the swing of things. Like, we got the fourth base on the way and a decent amount of army.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of Ravagers.
Oh boy.
And more roaches to come. If he flanks here, it's gonna be absolutely massive.
Definitely. As we see, there are a lot of sentries, but there are plenty of Ravagers to force field.
Purification almost hit, but one of them does land. Very nicely done. Force fields do get biled down, but the lings, the absolute MVP right now for MeomaikA. I don't think Corrosive Bile came off a cooldown there. That was pretty fortunate for StarDuck. Colossus immediately taken out.
Exactly, there was not enough room in that War Prism. StarDuck had to make a choice, and he chose to keep the Disruptors alive instead of the Colossus.
Another pretty good connection over there for StarDuck, but MeomaikA, I mean, just look at the army supply right now. StarDuck is going to need a whole bunch more Purification Novas to hit perfectly in order to turn this around.
That he will, like, he is using Overcharge, and so far he is holding strong, but that Disruptor is so low.
I got so worried that it was going to be biled down. It did in the end.
Yeah, regardless, the Disruptor did go down, and now there's barely anything. A Disruptor will pop out though, just barely, or will it?
Just barely. Oh, it goes right into the Warp Prism. The saving grace of StarDuck right now.
The splits. Yeah, the splits are too good. MeomaikA dodges the majority of that shot.
I am honestly super impressed with MeomaikA's splits. I mean, you normally think of him as a player who doesn't really engage in micro too much. But there we go. He's absolutely improved that front. GG is called. MeomaikA takes game number 1.
Oof, GG. Well played. MeomaikA starts things off, but again, like, it's a rough map to start on as a Protoss player, right? You know,
Definitely.
Being on Submarine.
Yeah, this is the map that MeomaikA absolutely thrives in. And that was a pretty decisive shutdown from MeomaikA, to be fair, but you know, for a little while it did. He was given a run for his money there from StarDuck.
Yeah, definitely. Like, StarDuck had some really juicy connections. Unfortunately, StarDuck, he never had the opportunity to really get any kind of economic damage done to MeomaikA. To be fair, MeomaikA didn't have a lot of drones to kill. Yeah,
Modern problems.
Yeah, there was a reason for that, and unfortunately, yeah, and unfortunately, StarDuck, he got caught out in the center of the map, right? Like, that was an expensive loss when
oh my god,
when he lost the Colossus for free, essentially.
Yeah, I'm just catching up on that, or stream rather is just catching up on that.
Mm.
That is painful. Is losing the Colossus essentially the early game version of minus 400?
Kind of. We've seen it happen before, where like the Colossus gets rallied across the map, and yeah. It was rough losing that, because that would have helped so much more defensively, right? To have that Colossus in the background to just constantly micro.
If it was on the high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is what it is. We go into game number 2, the StarDuck's map pick. Funnily enough, also another map that MeomaikA seems to enjoy a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yakuzaku.
Oh, we'll see what StarDuck has in store for us here, bearing in mind that this is also the map that he played late game Skytoss against Nux at the beginning of the night.
Ooh, it was. And as you mentioned, MeomaikA, not too experienced in those scenarios. Usually kills his Protoss opponents too quick.
It's
true. Fight back. That's why they call him the what's the something flash? Something? I don't know. His name is MeomaikA, and he is it. As we go here on to Jagannatha LE, where we're here at the top right hand corner of the map, starting all the way to the top right hand corner of the map. We have not the red Zerg player, but the blue Protoss player coming down from the land of Australia. Sell the oranges. He is representing Fight for Justice in his second ever Grand Platypus Open finals. We have StarDuck.
And spawning in the bottom left, getting cannon rushed, but this is what I was worried about, because MeomaikA, he usually goes pool first. We have the Vietnamese Zerg player, the red Zerg, currently teamless, but still jiggly. We have MeomaikA.
When worlds collide, you could say.
Exactly. MeomaikA, he doesn't see it. He doesn't see the pylon.
He doesn't see it. He wants to go for it.
Okay, here we go. So we have two probes here for StarDuck. StarDuck has a little bit of time to set up before MeomaikA realizes what's going on. Especially because MeomaikA...
Such a good job of just hugging what's it called?
Exactly, and MeomaikA was a little bit greedy because he sent his second overlord across the map. He didn't park it above his natural, so he is still completely unaware.
Is this actually gonna complete? No. The cannon will.
I mean,
the cannon will finish and take him off.
Exactly, and the Lings are gonna come out soon as well. So here we go. And it's also important to note that StarDuck did probe scout first, so we saw that it was a pool first opening.
That's why he decided to be a lot more sneaky with his rush. And now is that cannon at home? Okay, now he's willing cannon back at home. Realizes that MeomaikA did go pool first, and always has the opportunity to just go around with his Lings.
Exactly, and we do see just barely that drone was able to stay alive, so MeomaikA does slip out. Meanwhile, the Lings are going across the map, but there is a cannon and a full wall.
Yeah, these things ain't gonna get too much done. It's gonna be a long walk home without link speed, let me tell you.
Yeah, definitely. So StarDuck defends at home against these early Lings. Meanwhile, MeomaikA is going straight. He's skipping link speed, going straight into roaches.
He's annoyed.
What I'm really concerned about is that StarDuck did not see this hatchery. If this hatchery shouldn't get up unimpeded. I'm a little bit concerned about this.
Yeah, I guess a little more focus on defense. Didn't quite realize that drone managed to slip out of there. And with that, MeomaikA is going to have a lot more larvae. He has potential mining capabilities from that base, but it's probably not looking to mine anytime soon. Much rather deal with the threat the immediate threat first.
Yeah, as we do have the Ravagers are out there already starting to bile away at these cannons.
And they're taking quite a lot of damage. StarDuck is trying to get some shield batteries up. Oh! What a hit over there just before the shield batteries come up. No more cannons over here. And it is, okay, it's 2 pylons, but they're both powering separate gateways, I think.
That they are. I mean, the shield battery is trying to keep this pylon alive. We do have the Stalker out, and it looks like it's going to be able to take out one of these, at least one. Oh, God. The transfuse.
Oh! That was both gateways. So where does StarDuck go from here?
I don't think he can go anywhere from here. Everything was depowered. GG gets called.
MeomaikA. He attack, he protect. Let's see if he wins back. I don't know where I'm going with that. Look, he was aggressive game 1, he was aggressive game 2. That's where I'm going with it. And he won both.
He did. GG. Now MeomaikA is on match point, and I have a special request for you, Yaku. Something that we haven't had in general. We haven't had it in a long time. Last time we had it was last year.
Please?
No, I was going to say, mate, can we get a Ryan intro for StarDuck?
Oh. Yo, it's a good thing I'm fueled by Pocky.
I was about to say that, like, it was a lot more commonplace when we were actually casting Ryan in ESO Open Cup Dare. That's typically where we had that, but since then it's very sporadic. we barely get it. Yeah. I hope the chat is ready for this.
I just chugged about half my water bottle.
Oh God. Oh boy. All right, here we go, as we are loading in to game 3, potentially the final game of the tournament, as MeomaikA is up 2-0 against StarDuck. Can StarDuck bring it back here, as this is once again his map choice?
Indeed it was, like my friend. It was his map choice he picked over here. Def Aura LA is what we're gonna be saying. We're here in the bottom right hand corner of the map, spawning all the way in the bottom right hand. He is the blue Protoss player, making it to another one of these finals for the 2nd time ever. He is the up and comer. He has had such a run coming in here, doing it for the land of Australia, up the blue and the green and gold. He is going to be representing that fight for justice. Oh yeah, we have StarDuck.
And spawning in the top left once again, going for that pool first opening, we have the Vietnamese Zerg player, the Red Zerg, representing himself and the land of Jiggly. It is MeomaikA.
So you heard the land down under. Now let me tell you about the land of Jiggly.
Oh God. Thank you so much.
Tasmania?
Yeah. Thank you so much to old mate Ryan for showing up today.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Oh,
go down and go down, boy.
I love how there was a time where NXZ, I think he tuned in for one of those intros, and I think I remember him saying, "Why are you calling me old mate?" or something like that. Like it was like, I'm not that old.
Old mate Roy. Yeah, you know.
It was great.
Now you got old mate Duck. I just remember the first time I unveiled that intro like 2 years ago or something at this point during WCS Valencia, I believe it was, where NXZ was playing, and we had a lot of the region came in to watch NXZ. So like Demi was there, Pez was there, Caesar was there. And I'm like, what the shit is going on?
It was amazing. It was beautiful. And speaking of things that are amazing and beautiful, MeomaikA is popping off here in potentially the final game, going for a very, very fast lair.
So Nidus?
I mean, so we do have the lair coming up. There is no pneumatized carapace. It has to be a Nidus, right? Oh, we get spotted.
Oh, that's a disadvantage you get when you build it on the low ground. But you know what it is, Light? It's because MeomaikA wants to strike fear into StarDuck.
I guess so. I mean, it could be working. StarDuck, he's throwing down a forge behind this. I don't know if he's thinking about throwing down some static defense. We do have another gas being taken, and yeah, MeomaikA is just going across the map with his lings. I imagine this is for a Nidus for his queens? Question mark. He's gonna have 3 queens. I'm just trying to piece together what this is gonna be. There it is.
There's the Nidus. All right, so just goes to show there are times where you can't figure MeomaikA out.
Oh boy, and
you'll tell yourself the entire time, but you figure it out.
I mean, again, like StarDuck, he was able to scout this pretty early on, so he is aware of what's coming. He is throwing down the shield battery. He's focusing on his void ray production as well.
Yeah, just about as safe you can be here as a Protoss player without really giving up any economic advantage. Trying to get us around. He does surround one of these adepts.
Yeah, one of the adepts does go down. StarDuck, it looks like he's trying to get a scout off, trying to see if there's a third base behind this, but the Nidus starts.
Right on top of the pylons. Void Ray's about to be finished. Light, you gotta throw that out, StarDuck. Or maybe not.
The Nidus is gonna finish. And now the queens are gonna pop out.
Finish, but how many? And that's the anti-air. MeomaikA, 90 chest move. There's no shield batteries over here either, Light. He's gonna have to give up his base.
Oh my god, exactly. The shield battery is here on the low ground in the natural. Yeah, he just evacuates. He gives it up.
And meanwhile, the wall is on a wall. MeomaikA really pitting every single one of these probes. And the queens chase down this void ray. There is a battery overcharge available. He doesn't have the energy for it. Now he pops it. And this is a saving grace right now for StarDuck.
Yeah, one of the queens does fall. Only 3 queens remaining. They do not have enough energy for a transfuse.
No, they do not. Another void ray is in production. The wall is still not a wall, Light.
Oh my god, the Zealot just barely pops out in time. The wall does hold on. But again, like, what about the main base? MeomaikA is even spreading creep.
He's going back and forth between Niduses.
I
mean, at this point, would you say StarDuck, I don't know, go around across the map of his void rays?
I mean, he's attempting...
Get a ninja nexus?
He's attempting to defend, but you know what? The Stargate gets depowered.
Oh, man. Man, oh man, this is looking so rough right now for StarDuck. Yeah, I still have hope over here, but man, MeomaikA has that pressure, and he's looking to just continuously apply it steadily. What a way to end the series if it ends here.
Exactly, because the problem is, like, these queens, now they have energy for transfuse, like, they have plenty of anti-air. Meanwhile, the lings are slowly coming across the map, and again, the queens, like, they can just... Oh?
My favorite thing is MeomaikA is building hydrogen.
He is. He's got a hydrogen behind this. So it looks like he's getting ready to transition. Yeah, he's very adamant. He does not want to get link speed.
Yeah. That he really doesn't. Just continuing to build more and more queens, sending them directly across the map with that Nidus.
Yeah, exactly. And now the main base goes down. StarDuck, he's getting a pseudo ninja base over here on the left-hand side of the map. The problem is that MeomaikA's already getting like his regular third.
Another Nidus pops just to reinforce lings without speed. Life hacks, Light.
Exactly, the speedless lings. Yeah, the queens, they maneuver from one Nidus to the other. Another Nidus is going down as well. MeomaikA attempting to contain his opponent to one base, really.
Yeah, about to be 2 bases, but it's gonna be a while before any efficient mining really happens. Ooh, almost baiting the void race, but StarDuck quick to evacuate out. And MeomaikA, he is not committing to any fronts over here. He's just, bamboozling StarDuck. Backing away, bamboozling him again.
He's just styling on his opponent at this point. He is literally surrounding him with Niduses. There are Niduses in a circle around StarDuck.
Man, This is just like that dome, that one movie where they put a dome in the city.
Yeah, he's gonna be surrounded by creeps and queens.
I think it was.
Yeah, the queens, they waddle into the natural. The army was a little bit out of position.
Pops up premature overcharge light.
God.
And the Hydras are starting to come in to add on even more anti-air. MeomaikA just evacuates out. And honestly, I don't think he even needed to. He could have fought there.
He probably could have. I mean, MeomaikA is doing whatever he wants. He's getting a 4th base now. He's fully saturated on 3 bases. Oh, he's getting fully saturated on 3 bases.
I did not think he was going to saturate that 3rd base late. And this is a bit of a final stand coming out here from StarDuck. Just not really enough that can deal with these queens. So much health they've got. On top of all these transfuses. Plus the Hydras here for anti-air.
Exactly.
Battery overcharge popped earlier on. He doesn't have it available.
He does, and StarDuck did a very good job at making it here to the grand finals, but at the end of the day, MeomaikA, he was the Grand Platypus of 2020. He was the best performing player of that year, and he's looking to pass that on to continue that reign here in 2021 with our very first GPO.
Yeah, one final battery overcharge going to be popped over here, and with that, I think that this is going to be pretty... This game is pretty much decided. More queens and more Hydras coming in. GG is called. MeomaikA with his 19th GPO championship. What a way to end a series, Light. What a way to end it.
I know, GG, like, MeomaikA doing MeomaikA things. He really didn't disappoint when it comes to the kind of his style and the builds that he went for. It's something that no one really expected, you know, going for a very fast Nidus like that, but it was a lot of fun. Again, this is why, like, he's such a quirky, such an unorthodox player, and why so many people just love seeing him play.
He's in the chat.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, it definitely was, and I want to point out something. When MeomaikA figured out who his opponent was, he had quite a couple of words of encouragement over there for StarDuck.
Mm-hmm.
But he definitely did not hold back when it came to actually playing.
Yeah, we should probably bring this up. Like, going into the finals, MeomaikA was praising StarDuck about how, like, he's really impressed with how he's been able to improve over the course of the year. And I mean, that's what we've been saying as well. That's what we've all been seeing. We've seen him do better and better, and like, it's proven here as he gets all the way to the finals. Yeah,
that was why MeomaikA felt that there was no need for him to hold back.
Exactly. He was able to unleash.
Because he knows how good StarDuck really is.
Yeah, he was able to unleash his full power here, and he was able to win the entire event.
He's still dominating the Pacific. Yeah.
He is. GG, well played. I am looking forward to see how not just MeomaikA, but all these players are able to refine themselves as we get ever nearer, ever closer to the beginning of ESL Pro Tour for 2021. Of course, we still have IEM Katowice on the horizon, but after that, that's when the season... The regional season starts back up again, you know, with ANZ Champs, with DreamHack, OCE, rest of Asia, and this is what, like, all these players are working towards.
That it is. And the goal is in sight. Every single one of these players are going to be working harder and harder for it. Mm-hmm. Especially, as you mentioned, StarDuck, you know, he's out of high school now. He's got a lot more time to dedicate.
Yeah, definitely. Like, he has his goals set. You know, he's been streaming, he's been practicing, he knows what he wants to achieve. I know at the moment he wants to qualify for ANZ Champs. Like, that is his current goal, and we'll see if he can get there. We'll see if he can improve enough in this short period of time, like 2 to 3 months, and things are gonna kick off, and I can't wait. I can't wait for it.
Nor can I. We're just in January. Actually, January's gonna end. Oh! I just remembered I have deadlines.
Yep, plenty of deadlines. I mean, you're not the only person, but I mean, StarDuck is also enrolled in university as well, just like you're also focusing on your studies. So yeah, it's something that our regional players are attempting to juggle, but I'm also looking forward to everyone coming back because like Ender, he's been speaking about how he's focusing on practicing. Ranger came back as well after like a period of downtime. Vivid is back.
Vivid is back. How could we forget?
Mm-hmm.
More piano streams, please.
That's what we want. And with that, thank you so much everyone for tuning in. Remember, of course, !Macherino in the chat if you want to help support this tournament and use that coupon code, as I'm not sure, but I think we have a couple left.
Yeah, we have about 4 more coupon codes left there. So yeah, if you're looking to add $1 to the prize pool at no cost of your own, GPO52 is the code to use when you contribute. But then again, if you do decide that you like these 2 players, you like MeomaikA, you like StarDuck, you want to give them a little bit more for their finish, then feel free to add a little more.
Exactly. And if you want to see more of these players, then of course make sure to follow our Twitch channel, the Cranky Ducklings. Check us out on YouTube, !YouTube in the chat. As you can currently see on the screen right now, we have our weekly schedule, and tomorrow we will have more Oceanic and Southeast Asian StarCraft with Demi C Weekly.
Ooh.
So I'll be casting that with Aries.
Ooh. After a long week of getting run over.
Yeah, very, very long week. So yeah, if you enjoyed our casting and if you want more, then be sure to hit that follow button. You can see that we are getting back into the swing of things with all the ESL Open Cups, with our Oceanic weeklies, which are with our amateur stuff, and our Latin American events as well. So yeah, starting this week where we're ramping back up again after a period of relief and break. We had like the holidays off, and enough of that. We're back for full-on StarCraft.
Yeah, we're getting that winter weight off, shedding that winter weight.
We're trying to. But
I can swing.
Yeah, I mean, Yaku, why don't you tell the people where can people find more of you? Who are you, Yaku?
Who am I? Well, in the near future, you can find me in a lot of Zoom, thingies. Just found out I got double classes for the upcoming week, so... Yep. That's where I'm mostly going to be. Also, twitch.tv/Yakuzaku1. Probably only going to stream next month, potentially. No promises. Twitter.com @MPoreYakuzaku. !Discord in the chat to come into the Cranky Ducklings Discord server, of which I am at. And apart from that, buy my shirts. Where can we find you, Light?
Light_VIP on Twitch and Twitter. You can follow me there on the social medias. But as I said earlier, it's more important to follow us here on the Cranky Ducklings. This is where we cast, this is where we reside, and you can see all of our social medias on the screen right now with plenty of StarCraft. Something that people have been working towards, of course, is the Spanish intro. We now have 44,000 points raised. It will cross over to our next event.
Aries is gonna speak Espanol.
Most likely. It will most likely be complete.
Unless somebody redeems a group, please.
Yeah, it's possible. But yeah. So tomorrow we will most likely have that Spanish intro. So stay tuned for that, or drop by for that. And yeah, stay tuned as we are going to raid another StarCraft 2 streamer. Thanks everyone for tuning in. It was great to be back with GPO.
Yeah.
Ciao.
See you next. Bella.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.